I'm Desean Bullock, and this is FSN Now. Last week, the Faulkner men's varsity soccer team began its 2020 campaign with the home-and-home series against Pensacola Christian. In last Thursday's game, the Eagles torched Pensacola 5-2. Adrian Alexander scored the first goal of the Eagles season before Sam Kelly all but took over. Desean from Chesterfield, England, scored a hat trick as well as leading the team with 7 total shots, including 4 shots on goal. Freshman Chris Soto also scored his first collegiate goal in the contest. Our own Grayson Plunkett caught up with Sam Kelly about his performance.
All right, so Sam, you came off of an injury-riddled 2019 season, and you come out Thursday and you score a hat trick for your first game coming back. What sparked this performance for you?
I think it was because last year I was injured so much, and I was just so excited to get back out there. I think it was just the adrenaline and the butterflies. It just got me through. I just wanted the ball non-stop, and luckily I got a hat trick with some nice weak foot goals, to be honest with you. But yeah, honestly, I don't know. It couldn't have been a better start to the season, I guess, for me and the team. I mean, to beat them 5-2, that's, I don't know, pretty good win.
Yeah, nice. And it was a really, really impressive performance on Thursday for y'all. Like you said, you scored 5 goals on Thursday. So what do you think sparked this offensive onslaught you had on Pensacola?
I think it's like the system we played. I think everything just worked together as one. And you can see that through the film. Like, as soon as we got the ball down and played, we opened them up a lot easier than we thought had happened, because it was just like a few through balls and they were split open. And hopefully we can continue that throughout the season, and hopefully we work on the system that we've been practicing with, and hopefully that'll take us to the next step, to the next level.
Yeah, and speaking of that, just offensive performance, throughout the entire series in total, y'all scored 7 goals. So it seems like this team is really, the offense is coming out really strong this year. So what do you see as like the potential for this offense going throughout the rest of the season?
Well, we haven't got everyone yet, and as soon as we've got everyone, I think we're going to score even more goals, because there's a kid that's not even eligible yet, and he's training with us, and he's phenomenal. He's clinical, so hopefully when we get him, we'll be scoring even more goals. And like I said, the system that we're playing is it'll allow us to attack with a lot of players, and by attacking with a lot of players, you get a lot more chances. So hopefully we can put them in the back of the net, because that's our job, really, isn't it?
And y'all certainly did a good job of that over this series. And well, Sam, that's all the questions I have for you, man. Thank you for just taking the time to talk with us. And
yeah, thank you. No worries.
Yeah, good luck on the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate ya.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. The Eagles were unable to repeat the feat 48 hours later, as the goal near the end of the regulation wiped out the 2-1 Faulkner advantage and sent the game to overtime. Faulkner suffered the dagger in the second overtime when Pensacola Christian took the advantage of a free kick to notch the game winner in the 108th minute. Faulkner got his offense in the contest from sophomores Antoine Marquez and Felipe Pinero, each of whom scored his first goal of the season. Our own Lindsey Towns interviewed head coach Cal Beard after the game.
Okay, tough game, coach. The endurance had to be there to go into 2 overtimes. What do you have to say about that?
Well, yeah, well said. I mean, we need a game like that. Obviously, that's not the results you want, and I think it's pretty clear we missed a lot of easy opportunities to score, and you can't do that. And you know, the lesson that we have to learn from that is you got to take care of the ball. We're pretty young as a team, and this is a good example of what happens when you have youth. I mean, they got that second goal and they got a little lazy, and we had a little bit of a lull in possession, and we allowed them to possess the entire team. It's a very good team. I'm not going to say it's not, but we're definitely better than them. You know, we won the series, but that's not enough. You know, this is an ugly way to end it, especially when we had our opportunities. So, you know, you should never let a team like that get you into overtime, because anything goes in overtime in the game of football or soccer. Yeah. So, you know, we gave them the opportunity, and they wanted it. They got excited about it.
So you mentioned lessons. What lessons are you going to take on to the next game on September 22nd against Bob Jones?
I mean, me as a coach
or
the players, hopefully they learn their lesson that they can't have downtime. There's no timeouts. That's the good and the bad of this game is there is no timeouts. You got to continue to play. You got to continue to run. You got to continue to make good decisions. We had some moments of brilliance tonight, and it connected on just world-class goals. And then we had moments where we looked like a 7th grade middle school team. So, you can't do that. And we did that. And so this team's won 2 national championships, not by accident that we're playing, So they're going to have an opportunity and they're going to take advantage of it. And we gave it to them. So lessons to learn. The guys have got to do a little growing up. That's what we play these, pre-conference games for. So hopefully they realize the momentum and the tempo has to continue. No matter if you have the upper hand, no matter if you have the lead, you got to continue to play. And we've been preaching that. We've been preaching the process is you never stop until the last whistle's blown. So me as a coach, I'm learning with this team. It's very, very young, so I'm learning who can do what. And in spite of the loss, we had some special players. Kobe Banks, who's a freshman, started, and there's excellent game. Really, really, really good. Played the ball in really, really good. Was calm on the ball when he had it. Great passes. Carlos, who's only a sophomore, was outstanding tonight, and those are 2 of our midfielders. We need that to happen. Elon had another amazing game. Little freshman from France, just incredible. So, our forwards were a little off tonight, and when that happens, and you're not scoring enough goals, in a team like this, they have a little bit of pace, they have a little bit of strength. You have to finish when you have the opportunities. You have to score. You have to put them in the back of the net when you have the chance. So. Hopefully we learned that lesson. I didn't mean to go too long, but I am a coach, so
You're good.
It happens.
Hopefully y'all do better next time.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Faulkner wins the series 7-5 on aggregate. The Eagles will take the pitch again Tuesday, September 22nd against Bob Jones University at the Emory Fulmer Soccer Complex in Montgomery. Next week, Faulkner's golf teams open their seasons when they travel to Henderson, Tennessee for the Freed Hardeman Fall Invitational. This will be the Eagles' first tournament under new head coach Tim Neal. We caught up with Coach Neal as well as golfers Susie Stell and Julius Seifert.
Catching up with Faulkner golf coach Tim Neal for the first time. All right, Tim, it's been a whirlwind of the last few weeks after months of not really knowing what was going to take place, and now you've got your golfers back and you've been able to get on the course a little bit. So before we even get to the schedule, what are you seeing out of your golfers and what do you like?
Well, I like that they like to be out there. That's one thing. I think they're all appreciative of what they have here at Faulkner, and all the links that have been taken to get them out there on the course and to keep them safe and to be competitive against other schools. And so that's the one thing I like the most is just their attitude, how they're responding to the practice regiments that we're laying out, how they're competing with one another. They're on top of their grades. They have great attitudes. They're just fun to be around.
It's been a long time since you guys have gotten on the course to play in competition. How excited are you guys to finally get there?
I'm really excited to have it back because there's a lot of uncertainty about even if we're going to get to play. So just excited to be able to play.
What's that been like, one, getting back to school when there were all of the questions about what that would look like, and then 2, getting to know a brand new coach?
Well, I had a lot of excitement coming into the year with the new coach, and a lot of uncertainty as well with COVID and the new coach, but I've really enjoyed getting to know Coach Neal, and he's really been helpful with our swings and everything about our golf.
He talked a lot about some of the things that he's implemented that are a little different. What jumps out to you? Like, what's different, and what do you guys like about what he's doing?
He's very organized, which is really nice. At the beginning of every week, he gives us a set practice schedule, which is a lot different. Whereas before it was a lot of on our own practices, and I think the organized practices has helped a lot with everybody, I think.
He talked about some skill development things you guys are doing on the course. What are that? Because, I mean, folks who don't know golf probably don't think a lot about the specific skills.
Well, as part of our qualifying, he's also done skills. And so yesterday we worked on our driving with how we shape shots, and we worked on our chipping from different areas from the greens, and then also putting. And it's just, if we can master those skills, then hopefully they'll all come together on the golf course when we play.
So you've got really most of the core back from last season. What do you think of this group, and what can you guys accomplish?
I'm really excited about the group because we're really close. We also have Kayla joining us, which has been good, she's injured right now, so we're only going to be playing with 4 at first, but I'm really excited to have the group of girls that we have. We're just really close, and hopefully that'll show on the golf course.
And kind of the last thing for you, you guys you'll make the trek 5.5 hours and to Freed Hardeman, and you'll play in your first tournament of the year. But it's a course you hadn't played before. So do you ever get excited about those new courses, and what do you like about that prospect?
Yeah, I love playing new courses, just seeing like how you can get around the courses and how the different architects design them, and I just like it being in the nature as well. So, and Coach knows the course, so he'll be able to help us with that.
Crazy off season. You back home, I assume, in Germany. So, what was it like for you, just trying to figure out when you're going to get to come back and what all that was going to look like?
So first of all, I was very, very much looking forward to playing again here. So once we got the information that we can come back, I was very happy. Good. I was practicing all summer long for having a season again, but we didn't know it, so it was all uncertainty. And once we came here, Coach told us right away, guys, there will be tournaments most likely. We don't know if that's for sure, but we will be playing something at least, and that was very good news for me. Even if it was competitive or not, I knew that we were playing something, so that was good. And now it turned out that we still having official tournaments. That was great for me, especially because it's my senior season and I don't want everything in the spring.
Now, here a lot of the stuff was locked down in certain places, and so it was hard for some people to have access to a course. What was it like in Germany? Did you have courses that were easily accessible for you?
It was like in the highs of Corona in March and April, everything was shut down. You could only go to supermarkets, nowhere else. Everyone was quarantining, and you couldn't do anything. And when the courses opened up, every course was open up again, but with big regulations. Like every mat on the range had like numbers assigned to it and times you could be practicing. It was very hard, and there were no group practices with coaches and nothing really. And you could play, but only with people from your family or very, very close people. So but at the end, like the last 2 months, it opened up like back to normal almost, and that was easier to practice then.
Good, very good. And now you're back. We've got a tournament scheduled. Yes, you're ready to go. How excited are you to get out on the course and play a real tournament?
I can't tell you how much I'm excited. It's just what I live for. And being back here in America to play college golf is just a dream come true. And I think we're also very fortunate to play golf and not like a sport that has a lot of contact like football or soccer. So we're risk-free almost. And with Corona, it's just a senior year and everything comes together. A new coach, good attitude in the team, and it's just great.
Right now, you talked about some of the things are a little different. What do you know of any regulations that are different for you guys? Things you're going to have to manage differently on the course because of coronavirus?
I think the biggest difference for us that we feel is not taking out the flag stick. So we have to play with the flag stick in the whole time. And we do that most often from like longer putts, but the short range putts, for me at least, like the 3-footers, it's a little weird seeing a flag in your sight. But other than that, I think, and also raking the bunkers is not allowed anymore. So you have not lift clean in place, but lift and place in the bunkers when you're in a footstep or something. Okay. So those are the minor things that are different. But I don't know how the regulations will be for our first tournament. Maybe there won't be an exchange in scorecards. Maybe there won't be any contact or whatever. We'll see about that. But in general, it's, I think, the sport with the least amount of regulations.
Now, you've seen this team over the last couple of years. You've seen ups and you've seen downs. But we had a good core of guys last year, and that group is back. And you've added some new pieces. What do you think of the talent and what's the potential for this team?
I think it's even bigger than last year because we got the new guy from Germany. He's a great player. He adds so much value to the team. And it's always good to have the same core of people and not cutting out the good people, but getting good people to push, like to have more of a competition in there, actually have a competition for qualifying. And beyond the competitive golf we play, in practice having competition to who's going to make top 5 and not always be set to be top 5. That is always great.
This week's Eagle Eye has our own Grayson Plunkett catch up with women's soccer sophomore Claire Ebert.
Why did you choose Faulkner?
Well, when I was trying to choose a university, I was looking for, I was paying more attention to the athletics. So when I talked to a lot of coaches, I mostly chose Faulkner because of Coach Pritchard, because I just got along with him so well.
All right. If you're going to play any other sport, what would it be and why?
That's a good question. Probably basketball, because it's the other physical sport that you can play, because I'm a very physical player and I like team sports. So basketball would probably be the closest choice.
All right. It's interesting. All right. How did you pass the time during the shutdown?
The first 2 weeks, I didn't really do anything. I tried to work out at home, but that's basically it. When the lockdown stopped and the stores and stuff opened in Germany, I started going to driving school and got my driver's license. And the gyms opened as well, so I went there too.
Faulkner's bass fishing team has its first tournament of the year this week in the FLW Open on Kentucky Lake in Gilbertsville, Kentucky. We caught up with Faulkner bass coach John Pollard.
Right now, you're all the way up in Gilbertsville, Kentucky, at the FLW College Open. So what's the process? Are you fishing a couple of days before to get used to the water? How does this all work?
Oh, that's right. Normally we go up a few days early.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy, unless we're on a local lake that the guys can practice. So that's something that's a little different from the other sports. To practice, we actually have to get the guys on that body of water. I don't think any of the anglers that are up there had ever seen the lake until Saturday.
Wow.
So they finished class Friday, and they headed up Saturday morning. It's about a 6.5 hour drive from Faulkner. We sent the 3 teams up there. The tournament was originally supposed to be last March during spring break when we signed up for this tournament, and because of COVID, they moved it to this September. So this is a partial team tournament for us. The freshmen we're not allowing to travel just yet. They're going to start traveling in November. But the 3 guys who went up there that were their team last year, they left Saturday. They got up there around 2:00, got their boats put in the water, and practiced until dark. Came back to the hotel, and they've practiced Sunday, Monday, practicing today, and the tournament starts tomorrow. They're trying to help each other, and all our tournaments like that, I try to give them at least 2 or 3 days on the water if they've never seen the body of water. And but most of the tournaments are on Saturdays or sometimes Sunday. So this one's a little different. We wouldn't be able to do this missing that much school every tournament, but this open they have during the middle of the week for what reason I don't know. I think they limit the number of boats, to be honest with you.
That makes sense.
Because they don't have a cap on it. I think they do this to prevent having 400 or 500 teams.
For updates on bass and golf, follow at Faulkner ATHL on Twitter. Until next time, I'm Desean Bullock, and this has been FSN Now.